It's 1959. It's been 2 years since those chaps over in the USSR launched the world's first satellite, and then launched a dog to a painful space-based death. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, but from here on out we'll just call them by their funky little acronym of NASA, has just introduced its first astronauts to the world on April 9th. The space race is rapidly heating up, whilst the Cold War shows no signs of freezing, and Kraft is giving one lucky kid the chance of winning their very own spaceship. Wait, what? Their own spaceship? Have I read the script right for this episode? Kraft. I live in the UK, so all we really know them for is Philadelphia cheese and being those bloody Yanks that brought Cadbury's from us. But in America, they were huge, and today stand as the 5th largest food producer on the planet. But back in 1959, Kraft had launched a competition across the USA in comic books and newspapers for one lucky kid to win their very own real-life Spaceship simulator. Oh, this makes sense now. Got it. That's right, those bigwigs at Kraft were not on board with actually launching untrained young'uns into the cold, lifeless atmosphere of our planet. But they could at least feel like they were among the stars with the likes of Buck Rogers, and with 3 of their friends along for the ride! Side note, this whole thing reminds me of a competition I saw when I was a kid in a Doctor Who sticker annual where one lucky kid could win their own show-used Dalek. I, being a young Whovian, naturally wanted to enter, but my dad said no as my bedroom was upstairs, and Daleks can't go upstairs. You are the Doctor. You are the enemy of the Dalek. Anyway, for kids with parents like mine who didn't want the likes of a giant spaceship sharing precious driveway space with their brand new Ford Edsel, Kraft offered an alternative prize of $5,000, worth in the region of $44,000 today. Kraft would then donate the spaceship simulator to a local museum. So, what happened?
Well, we're waiting.
Well, the competition was simple, in the fact that all little Jimmy and his friends had to do was cut out a blank entry slip and write their suggestion for the spaceship's name in true Boaty McBoatface style. To quote the advert itself, "You will be the envy of every boy and girl in America. You win this Aerojet General Space Trainer Giant. So realistic, it almost seems you could fly it to the moon. Just give it the winning name and it's yours." In fact, the simulator was being built by Aerojet, the company who was building actual rockets for NASA during the height of the space race. Before being given away to the world's luckiest child, the simulator was sent on a press tour around America in 1959, before eventually being won by a young girl from St. Louis, Missouri. Reportedly, the lucky pilots could sit behind their own control panels, twisting knobs and pushing at buttons just like a real space crew, whilst a movie was projected from inside the nose cone of the simulator in front of them. Rather generously, or probably forced by her parents wanting space for their second Ford Edsel, the winner donated it to a local elementary school. Which this was remains unclear. It was eventually moved to the grounds of the Missouri Department of Mental Health, where it didn't survive for too long. By this time, Cold War tensions were hotter than every dad in the summer of '76, and the sight of a giant rocket outside a government building did not give the most peaceful of signs. Rather quickly, hospital staff had the simulator destroyed sometime during the late 1960s or early 1970s with no fanfare, ticker tape parade, or even a confirmed date. And that's it really. We don't have much information on if it was used much in its elementary school life, or even really what it was like to be inside. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this tidbit from history, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so that you don't miss future videos.